Doug in PA back with another one. Guys, in this red pill space, we got to take all the victories we can get, even the small ones. I found this article in the San Diego Union Tribune. It says, opinion, men experience sexual harassment too, and it doesn't get the attention it deserves. I like these articles because it shows signs that there might be a shift coming. And I'm hoping so because, guys, we all know, especially if you're in a workplace dominated by women, that women sexually harass men all of the time. But we're more likely to just laugh it off. Guys, women created the environment that any type of harassment needs to be reported, so you need to too. Even if it's something small, report it. This is the environment women created, so you need to be able to utilize it too. That goes in all aspects of society. Guys, if your wife makes more money than you and she divorces you, put her on child support, get alimony. It's 50-50. Fight fire with fire, guys. We're going to get into this article. Before I do that, like the video, subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. It shows you support me and what I'm doing over here. And let's get into this article. It says, harassment of any form, including physical, verbal, or sexual, can occur towards any individual from women, non binary, and transformer individuals to men. So this is written by Nicholas Alexander Herrera Savalos. Herrera Savalos was born and raised in San Diego and is a current third-year medical student at UC San Francisco in the Department of Public Health at San Francisco General Hospital. He lives in San Francisco. Guys, why would you live in California in 2024? I always say on my channel, guys, if you live in California, Oregon, or Washington State, if you can, just move. Just move. Okay, anyway, it says, imagine this. You're visiting home with your friend and you decide to go dancing on Friday night. When you get to the bar, a group of ladies approach you. One of the girls is interested in you, and after talking for a while, she asks to kiss you. After kissing you, you ask her to dance, but she runs away. For most individuals, this situation can be both interesting and awkward. What would you do? Would you move on and have a good night? Would you leave or try to find out why she ran away? In this case, you elect option number one, as you refuse to let this ruin your night. After about 20 minutes, you and your buddy are engaged in a conversation with women at the bar, when suddenly the person who kissed you returns. To seek revenge, her friend steps on your foot as hard as they can. Guys, you know the scenario, all right? The girl that kissed him was attractive. Her friend is not. Her friend is built like freaking Leon Lett from the 90s Cowboys, and she has to run interference or has to speak up for her pretty friend. She's that linebacker friend that nobody ever talks to, who's fat and has the awful attitude. We know how this goes. Guys, in fact, put in the comments any stories of sexual harassment you've experienced from women at work or in your personal lives. Share the stories. I'd love to hear them. Harassment of any form, including physical, verbal, or sexual, can occur towards, okay, we already put that. Based on Center for Disease Control and Prevention data, 44% of women and nearly 25% of men will experience some type of sexual, V word, I can't say that, during their lifetimes. However, harassment against men is often swept under the rug due to social factors including gender stereotypes, underreporting, lack of awareness and understanding of experiencing harassment, and limited research on the topic. And all this is because society at large does not care what happens to men en masse. They just don't. They just don't. Guys, you have to speak up. You have to advocate for yourself. Women women create this environment and the tools to be able to do something about harassment, so you need to utilize them, guys. It is important to raise awareness as people who experience harassment are likely to report symptoms of depression, anxiety, and post traumatic stress disorder and manifest physical symptoms like headaches and insomnia. These statistics are a snapshot of the problem of harassment. Many men do not report harassment either because they do not think it's serious enough or because they fear retaliation of being seen as weak by friends and society. They may also fear that their experience of harassment will not be taken seriously. Guys, picture this. You're a man, you have a supervisor who's a woman, and she's coming on to you. You go to your HR department to report her, and the HR department is all women. We all know that women can't stand each other until they unite against men. So more than likely, what's going to happen? The women in the HR department are going to defend your supervisor against you because she's a woman. Tell me I'm wrong, guys. Tell me I'm wrong. This fear can discourage them from coming forward and seeking support. Additionally, like any victim of harassment, men may experience feelings of shame, embarrassment, or guilt. Okay. That's sexual harassment, and the A word, I can't say this on YouTube, exists beyond physical actions. They can take various forms, including verbal remarks that demean and fetishize individuals based on their race, ethnicity, or physical attributes. In previous relationships, I had someone express interest in me due to what they perceived as Latin flavor. On the other hand, another relationship terminated because of difference in culture. It was later revealed that they were looking to try to date outside of their race. I was their trial run. Most recently, during a date, I was subjected to catcalling about my appearance. Guys, let me tell you about fetishization, right? Doug and PA grew up in Western Washington in a predominantly white area. I'm 6'3". I'm black. A lot of white women in predominantly white areas want to see what it's like to sleep with a black guy. You know what? I'd let them. You need to be able to pick up if a woman is fetishizing you or not. And if she is, sleep with her and then kick her out. I've met a couple of Asian guys who are getting all sorts of attention from white girls because of this whole K-pop thing. If you're an Asian guy and a woman wants some K-pop flavor, let her do it. Have her come over to your house, do the do, and kick her out. Don't buy her any dinners. Don't take her seriously. Don't let her sleep over. If she wants to get some of the flavor, go for it. But just you got to be able to pick up if that's what's going on and treat them as such, guys. Such behavior has unfortunately followed me in the workplace. As a medical student at UCC San Francisco, I've talked to male residents about experiences of being harassed by hospital staff and later learned that 70% of physicians in an academic medical center reported sexual harassment. Personally, patients have referred to me with sexual innuendos, but I was grateful to have a resident, Dr. Annie McDonough, support me and address the issue on the spot. In our discussions about how to handle future situations better, we found this person's researcher with multiple publications and lectures on harassment. We learned having a game plan and clear communications in advance between supervisor and learner can help prevent such incidents in medical school and hospitals and not allow individuals to be blindsided. Can you imagine? Over 50% of doctors are women now, and the number of male doctors is shrinking and shrinking and shrinking. Can you imagine this guy surrounded by all these female doctors and all these toxic nurses, guys? We know how toxic modern day nurses are, man. This guy needs to watch out. He needs to freaking check his 6, his 3 o'clock, his 9 o'clock. He needs to watch out because he's going to be in a workplace in a hospital with a lot of toxic women. I can tell you that right now. It says U.S. workforce data from national, this right here shows 38% of women and 14% of men reported forms of sexual, by a workplace related perpetrator. It is common for many other charges to be related to quid pro quo harassment, which is when a supervisor or coworker makes sexual advances in the hopes that they will be accepted in exchange for job benefits or promotions. These injustices highlight the alarming prevalence of sexual harassment affecting individuals in the workplace. It emphasizes the urgent need for organizations to foster safe and respectful environments where all individuals are protected from such harassment and are empowered to report any misconduct they experience or witness. We all have a role to play in preventing harassment by creating a culture of respect and consent, blah, blah, blah. Okay, guys. Once again, like I said at the beginning of the video, guys, any sexual harassment from women, you have to report it right away. Any small instance, because women do it. So you need to do it too, guys. Don't just laugh this stuff off. And this whole part of female empowerment, I honestly believe, is harassing men. So don't stand for it, guys. You need to advocate for yourself because the women in your work aren't going to do it for you. The HR department isn't going to do it for you. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you on the next one.